Did you know that sleep deprivation is now linked to more rapid brain aging? According to Perlmutter 2023, this is why it is important for young adults, especially students, to get a good night's sleep. Getting a good night's sleep is important to the function and well being of the body, and Americans just aren't getting enough of it. Hello, I'm Abby, and I used to major in psychology. I have taken numerous classes on how sleep affects the brain and its functions, as well as the numerous cognitive diseases that stem from sleep deprivation. According to the American Sleep Apnea Association of 2023, 1 in 3 adults do not get the recommended amount of sleep. Today, we will be discussing how the loss of sleep damages the brain and the impacts of sleep disorders on the brain. We'll also answer the question, why aren't Americans getting enough sleep? Loss of sleep damages the brain. A direct quote from Perlmutter 2023 states, those experiencing sleep deprivation of at least 24 hours showed brain scans equivalent to 1 to 2 years of brain aging. Missing out on sleep can change healthy blood sugar levels as well. So, how can an individual reverse these effects? Sleep aging can be reversed by simply getting a good night's sleep. Pretty easy, right? Lack of sleep can have negative effects on the body, while sleep disorders can have negative impacts on the brain. Jing-Ting Kong of 2023 states that sleep disorders such as sleep apnea and insomnia result in poor memory and attention deficits. According to Rebecca F. Gottsman of 2024, lack of sleep can lead to psychological problems such as Alzheimer's and dementia. Jing-Ting Kong of 2023 also states, the recommended amount of sleep is 7 to 8 hours for adults, and any less than that increases the risk of impaired function, memory, problem solving, and alertness. Sleep disorders do not allow individuals to get recommended 7 to 8 hours of sleep, which puts them at risk for Alzheimer's and dementia later on in life, which is why Americans are not getting enough sleep. A direct quote from the American Sleep Apnea Association of 2023 states that about 50 to 70 million Americans have sleep disorders. That is 1 in 3 adults that do not get enough sleep. Here I have a chart that represents some of the facts that I've been stating throughout this video. The top's cut off, but it's called Why Aren't People Getting Enough Sleep? And move so that way you can see it a little better. So it says that more than 35% of adults in the US reported not getting enough rest or sleep every day. And driver sleepiness is a factor in about $100,000 car accidents each year. 50 to 70 million Americans have ongoing sleep disorders. How much sleep do we need? So adults, which would be most of us, I would assume, adults over the age of 18 need 7 to 8 hours a day. Teens ages 12 to 18 need 8 to 10 hours a day, and children ages 6 to 12 need 9 to 12 hours a day. And then down here at the bottom, the chart has its own little resources. So, there are many reasons for why Americans do not get enough sleep. Those include high levels of stress, medical conditions that cause chronic pain, and sleep disorders such as narcolepsy. Luckily, there are many ways to avoid sleep deprivation. These include meditation, avoiding caffeine before bed, creating a sleep schedule, and making up a nighttime routine. And lastly, having a hot bath before bed. And that's according to Sunic of 2022. Most adults in America do not get enough sleep due to stress, pain, and sleep disorders. However, as we have just discussed here, there are many ways to avoid sleep deprivation. According to the National Library of Medicine of 2018, sleep disorders can be damaging to the brain, and many Americans fall subject to that statistic. So remember to practice healthy sleeping habits. Thank you all for listening, and I hope that today we have all learned something about the importance of sleep, and I hope that you start implementing healthy sleep habits in your life. Please remember that sleep is an investment in the energy you need to be effective tomorrow. A direct quote from Tom Roth.